basically over after. And I was like in a different city. So I'm like, that's a date. And he was like, oh, oops, I didn't know it was a date. So I was like, oh. So yeah, that's like a funny dating story, I guess. Paul, thank you for the cake. And then you're awesome. And the rose. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Did he pay for it? Yes, I think he paid for the date. And then he was like, oh, it's not a date. And I was like, it's a date. Right? Like he invited her out, didn't tell me about it. He went to the same restaurant and the same dessert place right after. So, what is the oldest you would date? Well, I'm 26. So, I wouldn't go older than 35. Probably. Like, I think 35 is where it, like, reliably would cap out, because after that, I don't know how much we would have in common or interest, you know? Yeah, he was, like, so unoriginal. Like, you're telling me you couldn't even take this girl on a date to somewhere else? Like, got a page. I'm assuming you're asking about OF, and I do not have an OF. Sean, sorry about that. I'm 33. Yeah, see, like, 33... in the reasonable dating range. I just don't think anything higher than like 35 would work, you know? Luis, hi, how's it going? Sean, no, I do not have an OF, but I have some friends. If you want me to refer you to some friends who make some good content, I do have friends in that industry. If he didn't pay, would that change it? No, I think if he didn't pay, it would still be a date. You know, because a lot of men these days do not pay for the first date anyway. They split the check. So I think it would still be. Ever had a date by sea? I don't know what Seaside Sunset is. I thought you're the one there. Wait, what? Who from Stranger Things? Thank you for the follow. I don't know how to pronounce that. Salvatierra? I hope I said that right. What is the name of your cat? Danny, I have 11 cats, but the one that's currently in my room, and he's like right there. His name is Georgie. So, you look like Bobby Millie Bear. I got that a lot today, actually. I've been getting a couple comments like that, and I've never gotten that before. So that's really interesting. I guess that I don't really see it, to be honest with you, but I'll take a compliment like that because I think she's really pretty. So Aldwin, hi, how's it going? I hope you're having a wonderful night. How old are you? Poi Poi, how old do I look? I'm gonna just start asking people how old I look. Any tattoos? Yeah, I have this little guy on my finger. It's just a little heart. And then I have a butterfly on my ankle. And then I have a lit match on my foot. And that's it. So, yeah. Thank you guys for the follow. You look 25. Yeah, I'm 26. So that works for me. At Mellow Mel, I'm from LA. A date by the sea is March. No, so the match is in high school. My best friend and I, we were 17 and we got matching match tattoos because it's lit, which is so embarrassing now that I think about it. But, you know, we were like 17 and we were like, that would be so funny. So we did that. Tauntaun, thank you for the follow. El Kiki, hi, welcome back. I do go to Disney a lot, at least twice a week, but starting this Friday, I won't be going for a couple weeks. I'll be taking a pretty big break just because my pass is going to be blocked out for the holidays. So, yeah. Is it Meji or Miji? I'm going to say hi back to you. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. Do you love Savo? I don't know what Savo traveling is. What is the benefits of being... Oh, so being like a U.S. citizen or like specific to Los Angeles? Why do you go to Disney twice a week? I do pin trading. Like my main thing is Disney pin trading. And so I go for usually like pin drop and like just trading, hanging out with people. So any tips on dating? Never been one. Okay, so like never been one to date, like going on dates, or I would say definitely get to know, like I like to get to know the person before I go on a date. You know, like I like to keep it very casual. Roll, I'm 26. Okay, Christian, so yeah, what I would say is like keep it casual. Don't invite the girl to your house. That's like the worst first date idea. Oh, come over and I'll cook for you. Terrible idea. Terrible idea. Like definitely invite her somewhere public so she feels safe. Don't pressure her to go home after. Like just, you know, pick a nice spot, like a coffee shop is fine because you guys can chit chat. Or if you're really serious, like a restaurant, but I would recommend lunch, not dinner. So let's see. Brenz, thank you for the follow. Manish, what is the meaning of love from your point of view? That's a really deep question, but we could get into it for sure. Love from my point of view would be unconditional. And I mean like genuinely, you have to love the person, whether they're sick or healthy. And I know that's a cliche, but a lot of people, when the person gets sick, they leave and you need to compromise. Like you don't always have to be right. If it's a small thing and it's really important to your partner, just be like, you know what? You're right. I hear you. Or if you don't agree with them, be like, I don't agree, but I hear you and I understand what you're saying. And that is such a big thing that a lot of men, especially men, do not understand, that you can just be like, you know what? I didn't think about it like that. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. And you don't even have to really mean it. The girl's gonna be like, oh, they're listening. Thank you. And it ends every argument. I swear to God, unpatched life hack. You just, thank you for bringing that to my attention. I didn't see it that way. You know, I respect what you're saying. So unconditional, love the person, and lights on, lights off. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna read that. Go with a fur hood. I do not have a coat with a fur hood, unfortunately. So yeah, no fur hood. Does saying please calm down? No, do not tell a girl to calm down. Is Yeet the greatest artist of this generation? No, it is not. He is not. You know who is though? The greatest artist of this generation? Because I don't know. So I want to know who, but it's definitely not Yeet. Taylor Wish, I don't know. You know what? I'm biased and I would probably say Frank Ocean, but that's a stretch because he hasn't really put much out lately and he probably never will again. But Twoopy or Tuopai? Hi. I see your comments. Hi. I just don't know how to pronounce your username. Hi guys. Welcome in. Everyone joining, welcome in. Manish asks, what is trust? Like if you tell me you're gonna go do something, I'm just gonna trust you that you're gonna do it. I shouldn't have to like double check. I shouldn't have to, you know, circle back around and be like, did this get done? It should just happen. And if, you know, or if you tell me, hey, this happened, I'm gonna believe you. I'm gonna trust you that happened, you know? I have not skydived, Christian. Never been. I really wanna go. So if anyone wants to go skydiving and you guys are okay with me streaming it, we should do it. I think that'd be really fun. Define faithful. Oh, these are fun, you guys. Okay. Everyone's going to have, actually, I have a psych degree, so I can actually a little bit tell you guys the science behind this. So especially, I'm gonna break it down for men, basically, but it's the same for women too. But for simplicity, men have neurotransmitters, and in your brain, there's the pleasure center in your brain, right? Okay. And when you see a hot woman and you're dating someone already, and you see that hot woman, the men that are faithful basically make a decision that they don't want this. They don't care about this, and they're not going to jeopardize what they have for lust. and it's like a split second decision and they just don't keep looking. Men that have the impulse control, like they don't have that impulse control, they will wander and they will be lustful. And so a lot of people will break that down to like pray and, you know, be religious, look to God, but it's actually really just a biological mechanism in your brain. So, but for me, being faithful, like don't cheat, right? Don't do anything that your partner would be uncomfortable with. Talk about boundaries beforehand. 2P, I'm from LA. Oh, Smart FX or Smart FX. Thank you for all the roses. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see. I've been yapping a lot, so I did a month after I turned 18. Oh, you skydived. I was like, what is he talking about? You went skydiving, Christian? I will summon